What's going on, Jeromes? We're still having fun, and you are indeed still the one. So, firing up another 7-round Vikings mock draft on this beautiful Thursday. I'm feeling good. I'm going to rebuild an absolute monster. And Frankenstein in the lab with a pen and the pad trying to get this damn label off. Let's go. So, scenario. I'm adding one more. We're cutting Garrett Bradbury before his 2024 base salary guarantees on the third day of the new league year. So, burn the boats. We're completely remaking this interior offensive line. Bakirko, Backo, Daniil resigned, Reisner resigned, JJ extended. Part and parcel, I think that's something that could all happen. And then also a couple ancillary free agent pieces, Roquan Davis, as well as Steven Nelson signed. We'll say A.J. Dillon. Screw A.J. Dillon. So this is where we're at. So let's dive on in. Start draft. Enhance. Also, I got something spicy. I got something very, very spicy. So here's what's going to happen. We are going, instead of going the way that everyone expects us to, edge rusher, maybe quarterback, maybe trade down, we're going to get a little bit nuts. So I'm going to take Talisa Fuaga from the Oregon State University, right? So Fuaga is extremely nasty, extremely physical. He's a rogue grading right tackle and did not give up a single sack during his 3 seasons in Corvallis, and just a dominant physical force, man. 6'6", 334, and we back up in that ass with the resurrection. That's right. That's exactly what we're doing. Now, before we do that, you want to get nuts? Let's get nuts. All right, so now we are going to trade. We're trading Brian O'Neill. Now, I understand what you're saying. Brian O'Neill is good. You said that Brian O'Neill is a tier 1 right tackle in the game. I agree. Age, injuries, and also last year it seemed like his play took a step back, plus a premium contract. We're going to see what we can get. We're just gauging the market. Now, again, I'm not saying that Brian O'Neill isn't a stud, but if we can get some good value for him, it does make sense. So now we're going to go in. Where are we looking at? Where's the Giants? There we go. All right, so the Giants have 39, 47, 70. And the Giants have been looking for that right tackle forever. So Andrew Thomas is a stud at left tackle, yes, but Evan Neal did not work out there. And Brian O'Neill, New York state of mind. Well, really New Jersey. There you go. Let's make this thing work. Also, I think O'Neill's from that area. I think he's like from the Philly burbs. That's close enough. All right. So Brian O'Neill for 39. This has a 68% chance. Nice chance of working out. Or could we go 47 and 107? Ooh. 69%. Nice. All right. So do we go that route so we can have an extra pick, or let's just go. Let's just go 39. Oh, they said no. They said no. All right. One more time. All right, fine. 143. All right. There we go. Trade accepted. So Brian O'Neill to the Giants for a second and a 5th rounder. And now we're back. Talisa Fuaga, welcome on in. Had himself a great Senior Bowl as well. Super feisty and got after it. So Fuaga, you are the new right tackle for the Minnesota Fighting Vikings. And also we picked up a 2nd rounder. All right, now back on the clock at 42. So we got 42, 47, nearly back-to-back here. And like we said, we have cut Garrett Bradbury's ass, right? And now you have guys like Zach Frazier, Bo Limmer from Arkansas is available. We didn't get in the JPJ sweepstakes. Where did he end up going? Probably pretty high. Yeah, JPJ going to the Steelers at 20. Now, the Vikings could have sticked and pick at 11, taking JPJ. I would not have been mad, but we got plans. So, Graham Barton, who played left tackle at Duke. He is a 6'4", 315, absolute nasty finisher, supreme competitor, very cerebral, obviously went to Duke. And the thing about him is like, hey, why are you reducing these guys inside? Well, Barton started out his career in Durham in 2020 playing center. So he definitely has that skill set. I think that he has 5-position ability, and we're back. We're back to having anchor. We're back to having ass. We're back to having nastiness up front. So Fuaga and Barton, you are Minnesota Fighting Vikings. Welcome on in. What up? What up? What up? Building the bully up front. All right, so Now we're back on the clock at 47. Lots of options here. Ooh, Tyler Newman would be fun. So J.J. McCarthy Dynamite, getting him as the quarterback of the future does make some sense. Do we trade down here? All right, so we're at 47. Browns want to come up. Give me 55 and 86. Miracles happen. Hey, Andrew Berry. Ooh, Andrew Berry. What up? Kwesi's mentor. Let's go. All right, so now we're sitting at 55, chilling. We also got 86 back up in there. I kind of want both of them. I kind of want Braden Fiske as well as J.J. McCarthy. And I think that we can make that. Actually, is Sweat still available? Sweat is still on the board, too. Huh. All right, so we're going to do some business. We're going to do some business here. All right, who's up next? Well, I'm taking McCarthy at 55 no matter what. But can the Buccaneers? They ain't interested. Let's see. Dallas. And that's Dallas. Cowboys. Should have been a cowboy. Ain't going to work out. Yeah. Well, do we gamble and see if we can get Spencer Pratt at 86? Is Fiske or is Tavondre Sweat worth that much? I mean, I think it's close. I think it is pretty damn close. But, all right, so McCarthy, Pratt, Rattler, Travis, and then, it gets pretty dicey pretty quickly. Screw it. We're just going to take McCarthy. Dynamite, quarterback of the future. And with Kirko back in the foldo, McCarthy can sit and marinate for a year, maybe two. That's great value. 86. So Rook Ororo is back up in there. Do we just triple down on offensive line? Get people really fired up? Let's go. Corley, I like a lot. Nealand on the edge. Super fun. Cooper Beebe. Ooh. Chris Abrams Drain. I like him a lot. Like KAD is a little bit undersized, 5'11", about $175, but a little bit of pocket Hercules going on. A little bit of Winfield Senior adjacent. I could get on board with that. Yeah. But will he be available? Let's do our stupid thing. We're move up because I want both of these guys. All right, so Detroit. Not Detroit, Dallas. Let's package a couple of these mid-rounders. 48% chance. Can we make that happen? There we go. All right, so draft one player. So now I am going to take Ruka Rororo, absolute penetrator from Clemson. I feel like a lot of his best football is ahead of him. So we got the defensive interior, as well as, Rororo definitely not a nose, but in terms of a platoon guy, maybe he'll never be a 3-down starter. Actually, I wouldn't bet against him. No. And Chris Abrams, Drain, welcome on in. Undersized but unafraid. That's what we're doing in the secondary, man. So KAD with Blackman with Murph. I feel pretty good. Feeling pretty good about life. All right, so now, we could just take Cam Hart there. Braylon Allen getting north-south. Let's look at the running backs. Schrader, All right, so given the fact that the Vikings have remade themselves up front, so Graham Barton in at center for Garrett Bradbury, Fuaga in at right tackle in for Brian O'Neill, Braylon Allen makes sense. Just getting absolutely north-south and just getting after it. So even though he's a stupid Badger, even though he might only be a 2-down player in the National Football League, I feel pretty good about it. I do feel pretty good. All right. Now, J.D. Bertrand is a guy all heart and hustle. Like maybe he develops into the running mate with Pace Jr., but also I have high hopes for Asamoah this season. Do we just take who we want? Give the people who they want. That's right. Not Joe Milton. All right, so here's what we're going to do. Actually, might just take Bertrand. There we go. Linebacker all up in there at 143. And then we're back up again. It'd be funny just to take Jordan Jefferson because that's Justin Jefferson's brother's name. Yeah, obviously not the same guy, but it's funny. Yeah, I mean, Jordan Jefferson was kind of a dude back in the day. LSU quarterback, good old number 9. It wasn't bad, man. Johnny Dixon. Roger Schrader. I mean, do we just go the change of pace running back too, or do we just add more to the interior offensive line? So Keegan is there, Cohen is there. I mean, I do like Keegan. McMahon is interesting too. Nah. All right, so people are going to be really mad. Actually, who's there at wide receiver? Just in case. All right, so Williams, Moose is there. Yeah, not really excited there, but I don't care. I'm taking our guy. I'm taking Dylan Loeb from New Hampshire. I don't care if it's quote-unquote overdrafting him, but completely different skill set than what Braylon Allen brings to the table. Going to be more of a third down, scat back, move him out of the backfield, put him into the slot. So Chandler, Braylon Allen, and Dylan Loeb, kind of like it a lot. So Keegan is there just like, oh, Brandon Jackson I like. I've been taking Brandon Jackson a lot, though. Jaheim Bell, if we want to go that route, too. No. We need to add something. So Brandon Jackson coming on in, going to play a little 4-tech, 5-tech. Probably won't be a stand-up outside linebacker dude, but we'll make it work. Now, last of the last. Oh, is my nose tackle still there? Kedon Slovis, former USC. Gabe Hall. Gabe Hall still there. We need some Florida Atlantic. We need some Evan Anderson. Oh, he gone. When did he go? It doesn't matter. All right, Gabe Hall, welcome on in. Pride of Baylor. So Gabe Hall also not in like the true blue nose tackle mold, but is what it is. So our scenario: Kirk back, Daniil back, Reisner back, JJ extended, Roquan Davis and Steven Nelson signed. So again, that's where you got your nose from. But I mean, we shook things up. So also we had cut Garrett Bradbury in our scenario. Forgot to go over that. But Talise Fuaga, you're the brand new starting right tackle for the Vikings, and I love me some Brian O'Neill. But if you can get a second and a fifth for him right now from the Giants, and also unloading that contract, would be kind of tempting. So we did a couple trades, and Graham Barton is your new starting center. He does have 5 position flexibility, and just getting size and attitude up front. It's a new day. It's a new dawn. So your offensive line left to right in front of J.J. McCarthy eventually will be Darisaw, Reisner, Graham Barton at center, Ed Ingram. Hopefully he steps up in year 3, and then Talisa Fuaga at right tackle. Let's go, man. J.J. McCarthy, too much value to pass up in the second round. I don't know if he gets to 55, but sitting and marinating behind Kirko for a Euro or 2-0, it does make sense. On the defensive interior, so again, in our scenario, we inked up Roquan Davis as well as brought in Ruka Rororo coming on in, as well as Gabe Hall. So I think that quickly adds a lot to that first step interior pass rush. Plus, Aurora pretty solid against the run as well. Chris Abrams drained now, a guy who did well in at the Senior Bowl, and a guy that I feel like he's really impressing a lot of people. Now, he's not going to be lengthy. He's not going to be a testing giant, but as a guy who's good in run support, as a guy who's super feisty and super sticky, I think that he would add a lot to the Vikings defensive back room, who, like we said, also signed Steven Nelson. And then running backs. So Braylon Allen in the 4th, Dylan Loeb in the 5th. I kind of like that with Ty Chandler. So you got the power with Allen. You got the scat back versatility, utility type player. Also put him in the slot, put him out wide with Loeb, as well as you got Ty Chandler. Kind of like that. J.D. Bertrand, heart and hustle, anvil type linebacker. Maybe he works his way up to be partners in crime with Ivan Pace Jr. long term. Brendan Jackson, a guy from Washington State that we have liked a lot. Number 1, very solid against the run, as well as anything you get from him as a pass rusher will be a plus. So he could step in at that right defensive end spot in the Vikings 3-4 immediately. So overall, I mean, given the non-realistic, non-crazy scenario of Kirk Daniil being back, Reisner being back, but we decided to flip the script. I mean, I like Bradbury. I think he can improve at center greatly. And Graham Barton, even though, yes, he was a left tackle, he did play some center back in the day at Duke. So he comes in and immediately is that heart and hustle, absolute physical beast in the middle of the Vikings offensive line. And Fuaga is just a road grader right tackle. Like, we're talking about Phil Lodeholt adjacent type guy. And again, I love Brian O'Neill a lot, but turn the page, as well as getting some great value from him. I mean, trading Brian O'Neill essentially landed us the Vikings quarterback of the future, J.J. McCarthy. So look at it that way. And also, we probably got an upgrade at right tackle in terms of physicality, as well as contract, as well as youth. So there you go. Anyways, that's it. That's it. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work, put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skull production value as ever.